and we're moving on into Grand Finals. Mr. E versus Locus, and right out the gate we already see hits traded between these two. From their previous set in Winners Finals this evening, we had seen Mr. E being able to keep it even with Locus very well, and it wasn't until a last-ditch effort in Game 5 that Locus was able to take the games over Mr. E. It seems that Mr. E has already remembered all of his adaptations from that previous set, and we see Dolphin Slash coming in already off with the breakthrough Locus's combos. Well-spaced nairs allow Mr. E to keep Locus at bay, continuing to build up the damage very impressively. And he playing like a man possessed out of that loser's finals, already pressing a lot of that momentum into the next set. Goes for the up air instead of opting for a forward air. I like it just to continue the damage and pressure, and Dolphin Slash not going to be able to kill from that side of the stage. Goes for the counter, but Locus is already grabbing the ledge, so nothing for him to really be too worried about. Mr. E now placing himself closer to the platform, just trying to stay near the edges so he can continue to stay mobile. Although a lot of percentage accredited onto him now by Locus. It's a matter of how well can Mr. E continue to stay this slippery against Locus, and a well-spaced second hit of the neutral air is going to allow him to take the first blood here in Grand Finals. Simple hop over the shotgun Natsu allows Mr. E to continue his aggression as if nothing ever stopped. Alright, Locus just pressing buttons now. This man is really just trying to end this stock before Mr. E can build up any more percentage on him. And we see it. Walk up short of you, giving Locus just the situation he needs. However, he already has 89% in counting built up onto him. And Mr. E has no trouble taking advantage of the percentage already built. But you know the pressure is just going to stay on. Another forward air just to keep Locus in check. Well-spaced back air is going to be sending him deep off stage from the opposite end. The rising Tatsu gets him back to the ledge with no worries. These tilts checking Locus, and the Tatsu all the way up in the blast zone, just enough to shift his hurt box out there, and manages to kill. It's going to be Mr. E who takes game 1. Game 2, we're immediately going into Battlefield for the pick. Really smart on Locus this half, regardless of whatever character either of these players can pick from their pool. The larger blast zones are definitely going to help Locus in staying alive against Mr. E. And it's one of those situations where he knows he can build up the damage well enough that he doesn't have to concern with himself and his opponent living wild. So much as now that his opponent is getting a little too frisky with how easily they can kill him. Goes for the Dancing Blade off of the forward air pickoff for Mr. E to continue to build up even more damage onto Locus. These up airs constantly keeping Locus having to focus attack his way through so he can get himself back on terra firma. It's a difficult situation for him to find himself because if Mr. E calls him out on it without committing to a move, then Locus can find himself in for a world of hurt. Misspacing a forward air, just the situation that Locus needs to take back the momentum of this match, having built up 95% onto Mr. E. But once again, it's Dolphin Slash, the move that's coming in super clutch. Locus like teleporting to that platform with the Shoryu. And a misspacing off the up smash once again, giving Locus another lease on life. And the fierce forward tilt going to be coming out. 168 built up on Locus. He can make excellent use of this rage and kill Mr. E before he becomes an issue. But more important to that is going to be a matter of building up the percentage before Mr. E gets a chance to take the stock away from him. And a trade of a tipper is going to mean a lot more than a trade of a back air from Locus. Only 33% built up onto Mr. E. Tons of up airs. Tons of them, ending with a back air. Going to build up 84 and counting. Locus looking a lot more lively here in Game 2. Although the Battlefield pick finally coming to bite Locus back, it's going to give Mystery a lot more of an opportunity to survive and turn a reversal of this Game 2. The call out on the shield breaker, though. All right. Locus remembering where he is. Remembering who's at top here. Takes Game 2. It took him a little bit to get the fire started, but finally we see a match start to develop between these two. And going into Game 3, it's going to be Town and City.
3, 2, 1, go!
While there's going to be a similar dynamic to how these two can play against each other, given the amount of space they have to run around, the smaller blast zones compared to Battlefield are definitely going to provide a much more dangerous dynamic. I feel like that really goes to show the styles of the players as opposed to just the characters that they're playing. Where Locus is opting for more of the safety and the gamble of giving his opponent a easier time to survive, where Mr. E is willing to take that risk of dying earlier for the sake of killing off his opponent. And constantly going deep off stage because he knows he can. Manages to take that stock off of Locus within the first 30 seconds of the match. Only 47% built up onto him. Aerials keeping Locus in check once more, forcing him to FADC through them, but he's building up plenty of damage because of it. And it's going to be that focus attack into a Shoryuer that brings Locus back into the game. He has 77% in counting already built up upon him. We could find a similar situation where Locus was able to use that rage well, but it seems that Mystery has the reins on the momentum of the battle and has a good idea on how to pilot himself around Ryu when it comes to this stage. The spot dodge and up smash are going to be what Mystery needs to take Game 3, and on the verge of giving us the bracket reset against Locus. And we're going into it for Game 4. We don't see any character swaps, but we do see the stage bring us to Lilac Cruz for the first time between these two players. And I really like this pick from Locus. It gives him a lot of room to be able to reciprocate a lot of the pressure that Mr. He has brought him through the air, while still keeping a strong, grounded game. That being said, he has to get control of the main platform first before he can do that, as Marth is just as easy of a time with being able to control these slow-sitting platforms on the base stage. Already 95% built up to it. And the Dolphin Slash going to be resetting once again, time and time again, and with the missed tech, already we see a stock once again dropped off within the first 30 seconds of the match. Mr. E is on fire right now, looking to take back this set. Neutral airs and fairs can't protect Mystery forever, however, as Locus manages to move on to it, putting on a little bit more damage and trying to assert himself on this stage. Finally starting to call Mystery out on these Dolphin Slashes. We see Locus start to put out some aerials, get a couple of connections on the right-hand side of the screen, and the down air does bring us back into even. However, in a situation we see ourselves in time and time again, Locus is finishing off these stocks a little too slow, as Mr. E has already built up 92 in counting on him. All of this extra damage that Mr. E has built up safely, while Locus has had to bring himself back to even, is starting to hurt him throughout this set. That shield's almost non-existent, and Locus coming in for the call-out, but the forward smash just not quick enough compared to the cooldown of Shield Breaker and the startup on Dolphin Slash. Dolphin Slash really coming out as the GOAT between these two. It has just put in a world of effort for keeping Mystery safe, pushing his advantage even further, acting as a combo ender in some situations, getting to the stage safely, and allowing E to further pressure off stage. So much utility out of an update. It's almost ironic with how well it's working against Ryu. And now in the Classic, it's almost an even game set. We have Locus sitting with max rage against Mr. E, sitting at 64%. Very dangerous situation to be finding himself in on Lionel. As with proper spacing, Locus is going to have no problem ending the stock with the focus attack connecting and bringing us into a Game 5 situation.
Your range is 1 fist short.
Coming in towards the potential ending of this Grand Finals tonight here at All or Nothing Gaming, we have Smashville as the final setting. And with the set potentially ending on this Smashville pick, I feel like things worked out really well for Mystery as far as the stage is concerned. He's had a fantastic job of controlling the Smashville base platform and not really caring about how well his opponent can use the moving platform. Meanwhile, he's made excellent use of it both defensively and offensively. And in an adaptation I've been waiting to see this entire night, we see Locus really starting to punish Mr. E for his overusage of Dolphin Slash. While yes, it's a fast move that quickly places Mr. E out of harm's way, when coming in for that unsafe landing, Mr. E has been getting away with criminal amounts of safe damage on Locus, finally starting to pay his comeuppance for it. But he's built up 103% onto Locus. And if earlier in this set and throughout the night has been any inclination, that percentage could be gone along with that stock of Locus's rather shortly. Once we see Mr. E moving around with this momentum that he has, constantly juggling Locus from side to side of Smashville. And a forward air from center stage is going to be what allows Mr. E to take it back with minimal damage built up upon him. Trading aerials as Locus manages to hold strong onto the center stage of Smashville. He does not want to give up the stage positioning, and it's been going a long ways for him as he's built up a ton of damage onto Mystery so far. But as soon as the situation brought itself off stage, we see the damage starting to close itself inwards. Questionable Tatsumaki. And not like this. Missed inputs all over the place. Spaghetti awry. We see the bracket reset as the first set of Grand Finals goes in favor of Mr. E. Both players adjusting themselves as they move on to Smashville for Game 1 of the True Finals for this evening.
3, 2, 1, go!
Well, it seems that both players have made fantastic adaptations throughout the evening. Locus was really gaining some ground as far as how to pressure against Mr. E in response to his own aggression. But that missed input could be a damper onto the momentum that Locus was able to steal back from Mr. E. A lot of grounded base play coming from E right now, and I don't know if that's the way. We see a nice combo come out from Locus for the sake of building up the damage, and once again, Dolphin Slash is the way. However, that combo ending with the true Shuryo is going to be what allows Locus to take the first stock here in the new Grand Finals. Goes for a fancy setup, recognizes that he messes it up with the footstool, instead opting to cover his tracks with a focus attack. Things work out well for him, however, Mr. E's starting to build back that damage. And the rising Tatsumaki allowing Locus to come back to stage safely, keeping Mr. E's options limited as far as guarding him at the edge. Looked like the late hit of up tilt there. I'm not even sure how it connected. But nonetheless, Locus takes that Game 1 a very impressive fashion, showing that the SD at the end of the previous set was not going to be slowing him down anytime soon. Lilac Cruise is going to be the option for Game 2, and we saw how well this worked out for Mr. E previously. Doing a fantastic job of being able to control the base platform and invalidate the availability of the upper platforms to Locus by just covering them with an array of aerials and upwards and tilts. It's worth noting that Locus has been doing a much better job of spacing his aerials against Marth throughout this set, figuring how his back air can be taken into account, coming in from above with his neutral air, sort of in that sour zone that Marth has to offer, and we get yet another cheeky footstool for Mr. E. Once again, the boots proving to be the most useful item that any Fire Emblem character has at their disposal. But Locus not out of it just yet, trying to get his connections with the up tilt into true shorty, but it's not going to be enough. The awkward angling of the base platform, as well as the tilting of the ship, is going to provide a bit of an extra effort for Locus to space his well-known killer move. Doing a fantastic job of utilizing the awkward shaping of the ship to make the most out of his down tilt, to be able to cover majority of the base platform into the wings, forcing Locus to go for aerial approaches or some sort of approach that's going to force the use of his resources, be it the FADC or a jump to come in. And making that approach more predictable has been going leagues in Mr. E's favor throughout the entirety of Grand Finals. Simple back throw just to continue the offstage play. And text the incoming fists, but throwing out that counter. Questionable from Mr. E. It's going to be enough time for Locus to respond, take control of the stage, leaving Mr. E at 158% and Locus himself at 124. We see the down throw, and at these percentages, not going to kill. Fantastic DI for Mr. E. But the Tatsumaki covering the aerial options. And Locus is back in the game. Dolphin Slash from the opposite side of the field, still managing to send Locus away. Both of these players just trying to check their spacing as well as they can. Mr. E still making use of that Dolphin Slash to get out of these sticky situations where Locus can string together enough hits. And the Dolphin Slash not going to be able to kill Locus, but Locus recovering from hella deep, just not able to do it. May have been another missed input. Reaction from Mr. E, looking like he knows that Locus is capable of more. He is not satisfied with the game ending like that. A W is a W, but you still have to take pride in your wins. And E is taking us even further into this Grand Final set. Folks, this is looking like a Game 10 situation. The way that these two players are bouncing back and forth with each other, we very well may see us coming back into Game 5. But before that, we have Game 3, and we find ourselves on Battlefield. And ahead of us, we have more of the same, where Mr. E able to consistently pressure Locus with damage, taking the stage control with very little effort, going for that charged forward smash, not giving Locus enough credit to how he can come back to stage. When at that lateral level with the ledge, Ryu has a plethora of options for coming back to the stage, be it safely or in an unexpected manner. Nonetheless, percentages staying at an even, but Locus not able to make the most of it just yet. Goes for just the one up tilt into the shorty, but missed spacing with the forward smash is going to give Mr. E just enough time to reciprocate with a forward smash of his own and take the first stock. Back air from Locus coming in with the Shakunetsu Hadouken. He wants to try and pressure Mr. E as quick as possible. Doesn't have any time for Mr. E to be able to take the momentum back and hold it so confidently. And we have another shield breaker. Spacing himself up the tipper of that shield breaker. Does manage to secure game 3 in Mr. E's favor. And Mr. E is on the verge now, not just of the bracket reset, but of taking this tournament from loser's side. And we have the classic Ryu pick. We have the Omega Suzaku Castle as the potentially last stage of this Grand Finals set. See, we got Ryu's theme playing. Look how fitting this is looking. Locus finna take this game 4. He's got to earn it first, though. And setting up for the offstage play immediately. Things looking nicely immediately out the gate. But not able to land that focus attack. That being said, though, that Locus is doing a fine job of consistently pressuring Mr. E and forcing him to move around on his own measures. Where previously E was able to move around freely and react to Locus from a variety of angles and at his own call. Now Locus is the one who's pressing the buttons. He's keeping the percentages even because of it. No forward smash read, but the Shorty almost managing to kill Mr. E. Leaving him at 109%. Mr. E not really in a position now where he could threaten Locus the way that he's been able to throughout the rest of this set. This Omega pick may have been the medicine required for Locus to take this back, but if he's going to do it, he's going to do it with his back against the wall. Mr. E taking the stock, sitting at 116%, and now just doing a fantastic job of spacing out Locus, trying to keep him at bay with forward airs and back airs. Locus doing a lot of approaching with shield. Mr. E yet to call it out. If that connected, though, we don't get to see it, but Locus showing he is not afraid to just put out that foot. Trying to get this forward smash to kill. He wants to be able to take the stock without having to commit to his resources. The dash attack is going to be sending Mr. E off to the opposite side of the field. And a back air is definitely going to take that stock. Locus sitting at 50%. Mr. E just has to work a little bit harder, and he could take this Grand Finals, but Locus is not letting it get away from him so easily. Going for the opposite angle with his focus attack. A variety of aerials continue the pressure onto Mr. E. And a strong up tilt to try and continue the juggle state. It's not going to be enough. Damage is building very quickly on both sides. Mr. E rolling out of danger's way immediately. Sweet spot of the down air not sending Mr. E off stage, but it's going to build up plenty of damage as we see these two nearly mirroring percentages now. Second hit of the neutral air is going to send Locus off, and a forward air to continue it. He's still able to come back. The slow walk. Locus looking very threatening right now, but he recognizes the gravity of the situation ahead of them. He's not able to get the connection with the up tilt to Shoryu, and that's going to be that. Mr. E is going to take this all or nothing, number 45 stepping on top. Over the bracket reset on Locus.